The Martha Stewart syndrome, that is, trying to make a perfect holiday, along with financial worries and time pressures, are just a few of the more common seasonal stressors. But addiction, family conflict, or the loss of a loved one can be especially challenging this time of year. Here with some coping strategies are Dr. Anthony Jensen, Medical Director of Mental Health Systems in San Diego, and family therapist David Peters. Welcome back.
Good to be with you, Debbie.
David, what can we do to prepare for what could be strained family dynamics?
Well, many of us do have families where the dynamics are strained. Sometimes in our current era, people come from different political parties, and you want to stay away from political talk at the holiday season. You never know who at the party or in your family gathering is of the other opinion, and you don't want to bring those frowns. And oftentimes there's people there who you've never gotten along with. There's in-laws or someone's friend who's there. And I think it's a time to remember who you care about. And if you want them to have a good time, maybe there's children present. And with that care in mind, reach out to those who you're maybe having a difficult time with, shake their hands, smile warmly, and make it a warm, easy occasion.
Okay, and Dr. Jensen, even more difficult at this time of year is maybe if this is your first major holiday or dealing with a traumatic or lost loved one. How do you cope with that?
Yes, well, I think it's important for people to acknowledge their feelings, acknowledge that sometimes you might feel sad when others are feeling happy, and that's okay, and to take time to address those feelings, seek out support from others around you, your friends or social network, to help you through that. But accept that you're feeling sad and acknowledge that.
Okay. And David, what should or shouldn't we say to help someone who's going through a hard time, whether it be a lost loved one or somebody who's just completely stressed?
I think it's important if you're at a large gathering, don't bring up their pain, because that's the last thing they want to talk about at a large gathering. It'll put them on the spot. If they answer you honestly, they'll be in tears. So if there's someone you care about, you could call them separately, meet with them separately, have that talk that says, I care about you, I know this is a difficult time. If you want to talk at all, invite them to share with you. People really appreciate that during the holiday season because they can feel so strange when they're in their depression or their grief and loss, and they're forced to be in happy situations or to pretend.
I see. So acknowledge it, but do it on a personal level.
On a personal level.
Dr. Jensen, you work with substance abuse patients. What's the best advice for helping somebody who is trying not to abuse or who's been on the straight and narrow for a while to deal with these sort of holiday parties and events where there could be alcohol? Right.
Well, I think a key is planning. Knowing that this is a time where there may be parties that they have to attend, where there may be alcohol use, and take some time to decide whether that they should be there or not. That's a personal decision. Some people are comfortable with that. They're comfortable in their recovery enough to be in a place where other people are using alcohol. Maybe telling the host that they're in recovery, and so that there might be some other offerings at that event, and seeking out again their support network during this time, including their sponsor perhaps, or going to see their counselor to talk about how they're going to handle that.
Okay, and David, even children and teens, I understand, can become overwhelmed and stressed during this time. What should parents look for? Are there a few signs where maybe your kid's gone a little bit from being excited to being overwhelmed?
Yes, kids can easily get overwhelmed because they're wanting to have as much fun as possible. The idea of getting gifts excites them, and parents can overwhelm the kids with gifts. The larger the number of gifts, the more unhappy the child is, I generally say, as a rule of thumb. But watch carefully. The bickering, the fighting that goes on might be a sign that you're attempting too much. I say, attempt small gatherings, attempt intimate moments with the kids. Try and aim for things that are most meaningful.
Okay, and in a word, we'll end on this. Dr. Jensen, we'll start with you. If you could give us your top tip for relieving holiday stress, let's say common holiday stress.
Well, I think taking a moment for yourself and doing whatever that is that you like to do, and remember to stay healthy. So, For some people, that's exercise. For others, it's meditation, something like that.
Taking care of yourself. And then, David, how about you?
Family, friends, and your spiritual practice can bring you happiness. The going shopping and getting gifts probably won't.
Not so much. All right. Well, Dr. Jensen and family therapist David Peters, thanks so much. There's a whole lot more on our website, including mental health resources at kpbs.org. Thank you.
Good to be with you.
Good to be with you.